5 years ago, my parents disowned me for marrying the wrong man. If you marry him, you're no longer our daughter. We won't give you a penny. I married him anyway. We built our life with nothing. Just 2 people, love, and a lot of hard work. Last week, my mother called for the first time in 5 years. We need your help, financial help. Your father lost his business. We're about to lose everything. How much do you need? $200,000. I know it's a lot, but you're our daughter. Surely you can help. I pulled up my bank account on my laptop, turned the screen to face them. They'd come to my house to beg in person. My mother's eyes went wide. That can't be right. My father stared at the 7-figure balance. How? The man you told me not to marry. That's how. What happened next would change our family forever. Stay with me, because this story is about proving wrong the people who never believed in you. Before we continue, if you've ever been underestimated by your family, hit that subscribe button right now. Your support means everything to me. And comment below, has anyone ever told you that you were making a mistake only for you to prove them wrong? Let's talk about it. Now, back to my story. My name is Sophie Carter. Or it was. Now I'm Sophie Anderson. 5 years ago, I was 24 years old, fresh out of college, working an entry-level marketing job, living with my parents in their mansion in Connecticut. My family is wealthy, old money. My father owned a successful investment firm. We had everything: cars, vacation homes, country club memberships. I'd been dating Jake Anderson for 2 years. We met in college. He was studying engineering while working 3 part-time jobs to pay tuition. Jake came from nothing. Single mother, raised in a trailer park, worked for everything he had. My parents hated him from day one. He's after your money, my mother said. I don't have money, you have money. He's after our family's money, through you. He's not like that. They're all like that. Poor people see us as meal tickets. When Jake proposed, I was thrilled. We'd graduated. He'd gotten a job as a junior engineer. I had my marketing position. We could build a life together, I told my parents at dinner. Jake proposed! We're getting married! My father set down his fork. No, you're not. What? You're not marrying that boy. I forbid it. You can't forbid me. I'm 24 years old. As long as you live under my roof and depend on my money, I absolutely can forbid it. Then I'll move out. With what money? You make $35,000 a year. You can't afford to live on your own. Jake and I will figure it out. My mother leaned forward. Sophie, listen to me. That boy is not from our world. He doesn't understand our values, our standards. He'll drag you down. Or I'll help build him up. That's not how it works. People like him don't change. They stay poor, struggle their whole lives. Is that what you want? To struggle? I want to be with someone who loves me for me, not for my family's money. He says he loves you, my father said. But how do you know? Take away the wealth, the connections, the lifestyle. Would he still want you? Yes, because that's who I am without all of this. And he fell in love with that person. My father stood up. Here's the deal. If you marry him, you're cut off. Completely. No trust fund, no credit cards, no place in this family. You'll be on your own. You're bluffing. Try me. I looked at my mother. Mom? She wouldn't meet my eyes. Your father is right. This is for your own good. So you'll disown me? Your only daughter? We're not disowning you. We're giving you a choice. Him or us. That's not a choice. That's an ultimatum. Call it what you want, my father said. But decide now. Break up with him and stay in this family, or marry him and leave with nothing. I stood up. I'll pack my things. Sophie, don't be stupid. I'm not being stupid. I'm choosing love over money, something you've apparently never understood. I packed that night, took only what was mine. Clothes, books, my laptop. My mother watched from the doorway, crying but saying nothing. My father didn't even come out of his study. Jake picked me up in his beat-up Honda. Everything I owned fit in the back seat. Are you sure about this? He asked. I've never been more sure of anything. We got married at City Hall 2 weeks later. No fancy wedding, no family, just us, 2 friends as witnesses, and a justice of the peace. It was perfect. The first year was hard, really hard. We rented a tiny apartment, 1 bedroom, old building. But it was ours. I kept my marketing job. Jake worked as an engineer. Combined, we made about $80,000 a year. In Connecticut, with my parents' lifestyle, that was poverty. But for us, it was enough. We budgeted everything, cooked at home, took the bus instead of owning a second car, shopped. My friends from my old life slowly disappeared, stopped inviting me to things I couldn't afford, didn't understand why I'd thrown away my life. But I was happy, happier than I'd ever been in my parents' mansion. Jake and I were a team. We supported each other, celebrated small victories, planned our future. "I'm working on something," Jake told me 6 months into our marriage. "A project. I can't talk about it yet, but if it works out..." "If what works out?" "Just trust me. Keep your marketing job. Keep us stable. And I'll work on this." He started spending nights in our spare closet that he'd converted into an office, coding, testing, building something. I didn't fully understand what he was doing. Something about software, engineering, problem solving. "I'm developing an app," he finally explained, "for construction project management. It streamlines communication, tracks materials, manages budgets. The construction industry is huge, but still using outdated systems." "Can you make money from it?" "If I can get it to work, yeah, maybe." "How much money?" "Enough to not worry about money anymore." I supported him, took on extra freelance work to cover expenses while he devoted time to his app, believed in him even when he doubted himself. After 2 years of development, he launched it, started small, offered it to a few local construction companies for free to beta test. They loved it. Word spread. More companies wanted it. Jake started charging. Small fees at first, then bigger ones as the app proved its value. By year 3, we were making enough that I could quit my job and help him full-time with marketing and business development. By year 4, we had 500 companies using the app. Revenue was over $2 million. By year 5, we'd scaled to 5,000 companies. Revenue hit $20 million. Jake's app was the industry standard. We'd built something real, something valuable, something that solved actual problems. And we'd done it without my parents' money, without their connections, without their approval. I hadn't spoken to my parents in 5 years, not a word. They'd made their choice. I'd made mine. Then last week my mother called. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity got the better of me. "Hello? Sophie? It's Mom." Her voice sounded older, strained. "I know who it is. How are you?" "I'm fine. Why are you calling?" "Can't a mother check on her daughter?" After 5 years of silence, "No, what do you want?" She hesitated. "We need to talk in person. Can we come see you?" "Why?" "Please, it's important. Tomorrow, we can come to you." Against my better judgment, I agreed. "Fine, tomorrow, 2 p.m. I'll text you the address." After we hung up, Jake asked, "What was that about?" "My parents want to meet, after 5 years." "Do you want to see them?" "I don't know, but I'm curious why they're reaching out now." "Should I be there?" "Absolutely. We're a team. If they want back in my life, they need to accept you're part of it." The next day, we prepared. I told Jake our house might surprise them. We'd moved out of the apartment 2 years ago, bought a beautiful home in an upscale neighborhood. Nothing as ostentatious as my parents' mansion, but comfortable, elegant, paid for in cash. At 2 p.m., a car pulled up. Not my father's usual luxury vehicle, something older, more modest. My parents got out. They looked different. My father's suit was worn. My mother's hair was grayer, not professionally dyed like before. They looked diminished. I opened the door before they could knock. "Mom, Dad?" "Sophie." My mother's eyes filled with tears. "You look beautiful." "Thanks. Come in." They walked into our home, looked around. I could see them trying to hide their surprise. This wasn't the struggling lifestyle they'd expected. Hardwood floors, custom kitchen, expensive furniture, art on the walls. "This is nice," my father said carefully. "Thank you. We like it. You remember Jake?" Jake came in from his home office, extended his hand. "Mr. Carter, Mrs. Carter." My father shook his hand stiffly. My mother nodded. "Please sit. Would you like coffee?" "No, thank you. We're fine." We sat in uncomfortable silence. Finally, my father spoke. "I suppose you're wondering why we're here." The thought crossed my mind. We're in trouble. Financial trouble. I waited. Said nothing. "The business failed," he continued. "Bad investments. The market crash hit us hard. I lost everything. The firm, our savings, everything." "We're about to lose the house," my mother added. "We have debt. Creditors calling. We don't know what to do." "And you thought of me," I said. "You're our daughter. We hoped you might help." "I know it's a lot, but you're doing well, clearly. This house. Maybe you and Jake have saved some money. Maybe we could work out a payment plan?" I looked at Jake. He gave me a slight nod. This was my decision. "Let me show you something." I opened my laptop, pulled up my bank account, the personal one, not even the business accounts. I turned the screen to face them. My mother's hand went to her mouth. That can't be right." My father stared at the balance. $2.4 million. "That's just my personal checking account," I said calmly. "We have investments, business accounts, other assets." "How?" my father whispered. "The man you told me not to marry. That's how." "But you were making $35,000 a year, living in a tiny apartment." "That was 5 years ago. Things change when you work hard and believe in each other." My mother was crying. "Sophie, I'm so sorry. We were wrong, so wrong. About Jake, about everything." "Yes, you were." My father looked like he'd aged a decade. "Jake, what do you do?" "I'm a software engineer. I developed an app for construction project management. It's done pretty well." "Pretty well," I said, "is an understatement. The app generates $20 million in annual revenue. We have 5,000 companies as clients. Jake's been featured in Forbes, TechCrunch, Business Insider." My parents stared at Jake like they'd never seen him before. "We didn't know," my mother whispered. "You didn't ask. You cut me off 5 years ago and never looked back. We thought you'd fail, that you'd come crawling back. Then we'd help you, teach you a lesson, and you'd leave Jake." "But I didn't fail, because Jake isn't a failure. He's brilliant, hardworking, innovative, everything you couldn't see because you were too busy judging where he came from." "We made a mistake," my father admitted. "Yes, you did. You disowned your daughter, missed 5 years of her life, missed her wedding, her successes, her growth, all because you cared more about money and status than love." "Can you forgive us?" my mother asked. "I don't know. Maybe. Eventually. But not today." "Will you help us? With the money?" I looked at the laptop screen, at the balance they couldn't believe, then at Jake. He squeezed my hand. "Tell me something," I said. "If I'd come to you 5 years ago, broke and struggling, and asked for help, would you have given it?" My father hesitated. "If you'd left Jake, yes. So your help would have come with conditions, with strings, with control. We're your parents. Parents don't disown their children for marrying someone they love. Parents don't give ultimatums. Parents support their children even when they make choices they disagree with." "We know that now," my mother said. "We learned it the hard way. Please, Sophie, we're desperate." "I'll help you," I said. Relief flooded their faces, but with conditions. The relief turned to apprehension. "First, you publicly apologize to Jake. You tell everyone, your friends, your family, your colleagues, that you were wrong about him, that he's a good man who built something extraordinary." My father nodded slowly. "Second, you respect my marriage. No more comments about Jake's background. No more suggestions that I could do better. You accept him as your son-in-law. We can do that, my mother said. Third, you understand that this is a gift. Not a loan. I'm not giving you money because I owe you anything. I'm doing it because despite everything, you're still my parents. But this doesn't erase what you did. It doesn't make us instantly family again. We'll have to rebuild that trust. We understand, my father said. And finally, you get financial counseling. You learn to manage money properly, because I won't bail you out twice. Agreed. I transferred $250,000 that day, enough to cover their debts and give them a cushion to restart. Over the next few months, things slowly changed. My father did apologize to Jake, publicly, posted it on social media, told their friends. It was awkward and humbling for him, but he did it. My parents started attending financial counseling, downsized from their mansion to a more reasonable house, started living within their means, and slowly, tentatively, we started rebuilding our relationship. It wasn't easy. There was a lot of hurt, a lot of resentment, a lot of things that needed to be talked about. We did family therapy, all four of us, my parents, Jake, and me, working through the pain they'd caused and the bridges that needed rebuilding. I need you to understand, I told them in one session, that you didn't just cut me off from money, you cut me off from love, from support. When Jake and I struggled that first year, I continued, I thought about calling you so many times, but I knew you'd just use it as proof that you were right, that I'd made a mistake. Would you have come back? My father asked. No, but I would have liked to have the option, to know that my parents still loved me, even if they disagreed with my choice. We always loved you, my mother insisted. You loved the version of me that obeyed, that fit into your world, but when I chose differently, you threw me away. We're sorry. We'll spend the rest of our lives making it up to you. I don't need you to spend your lives making it up to me. I need you to be better parents going forward, to accept Jake, to respect our life, to be family. We can do that. And slowly they did. Today, 5 years after my parents disowned me and 6 months after they came back, my life looks different than I ever imagined. Jake's app is now worth over $50 million. We've hired a team, expanded internationally. He's considered a pioneer in construction tech. I run the marketing and business development. My $35,000 a year entry-level experience turned into running a multi-million-dollar company's marketing strategy. We've invested wisely, have more money than we'll ever need. But we live modestly. We remember what it was like to struggle. We donate heavily to scholarships for students from low-income backgrounds, kids like Jake who need a chance to prove themselves. My parents are different now, humbled. My father got a job as a financial advisor, using his experience with failure to help others avoid it. My mother volunteers at a women's shelter. They come to dinner once a month. It's still sometimes awkward, but it's getting better. Last week, my father pulled Jake aside. I watched from the kitchen. I owe you an apology, my father said. A real one. Not just the public one. I judged you based on where you came from. I didn't see your character, your work ethic, your brilliance. I thought my daughter was making a mistake, but the mistake was mine. I appreciate that, Jake said. You've built something extraordinary. You've taken care of my daughter better than I ever did. You've proven me wrong in every way. And I'm grateful that you didn't let my stupidity keep you from marrying her. I would have married her anyway, with or without your blessing. But I'm glad we're here now, rebuilding. So am I. They shook hands. A real handshake, respectful, genuine. My mother came into the kitchen, hugged me. You did it. You built the life you wanted, despite us. Maybe because of us pushing you away. You proved everyone wrong. I didn't do it to prove anyone wrong. I did it because I loved Jake and believed in us. That's what makes it even more impressive. You weren't trying to prove a point. You were just living your truth. Do you understand now why I chose him? Yes, he's a good man. More than that, he's an exceptional man, and you two together are unstoppable. I'm Sophie Anderson. 5 years ago, my parents disowned me for marrying a man they thought wasn't good enough. They cut me off completely, told me I'd fail, that I'd regret choosing him over their money. They were wrong. Jake and I built an extraordinary life, not despite their rejection, but maybe because of it. Being forced to stand on our own made us stronger, more united, more determined. When they came back, broke and desperate, I could have turned them away, could have told them they got what they deserved. But that's not who I am. That's not who Jake and I are. We believe in second chances, in forgiveness, in rebuilding. But we also believe in boundaries, in respect, in earning back trust. My parents are learning that now, learning what really matters, learning that character is more valuable than pedigree. If your family ever makes you choose between love and approval, choose love, every time. The right person will help you build a life that's better than anything you could have had playing it safe. And sometimes, the people who doubt you the most end up needing you the most. When that happens, you get to decide, bitterness or grace. I chose grace, but grace with boundaries. And that's made all the difference. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support truly means the world to me. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I love reading every single one of them. Each comment inspires me to keep creating stories for you. See you next time.